Hayley from Paramore in the studio. Now, again, yesterday you had lunch with our listeners, and thank you again for that.
Yeah.
And you were most thankful for a listener that did not show up, from what I understand.
Yeah, I was thankful. I heard you guys were trying to bring some crazy
No, don't
guy
you
in.
guys don't.
No.
No, I don't think.
I heard.
I don't think he was crazy at all.
It's a 40-year-old guy by the name of David, and he was as excited as a 15-year-old fan.
You Fish, you thought he was crazy because he was 40 and he was a Paramore fan. That's why you thought he was crazy.
No, not a fan. He was acting like a very passionate 15-year-old fan.
Listen, guys, I really expect you to be looking out for me.
Well, by the way, Yahoo over here is the one that said, "Hey, no, we got to let him in. That'll be hilarious."
He had a good story. He had a good story to tell. You know, if you let a lot of kids in there, they might get awkward around Hayley. But this guy, he was ready to let his whole story out
Did you
there.
or did you not say it would be great to have it that awkward in there?
I might have said that, but I didn't mean it, Hayley, at all. I really didn't.
So we turned
That's
it over to the we
That's
let
it.
him.
I'm not looking at you for the rest of this.
We let him get on the radio and plea to the listeners, and then the listeners called in. He did get a couple of votes. Some people said no, he's harmless, and other people said no. You have to look out for Hayley. She trusts you. That's why you guys are doing this. You can't do that to her.
Right.
So we didn't do that to you.
Well, to that guy, I'm very sorry that you were voted against.
That's okay. He's downstairs waiting for you.
Oh.
Do you know who your oldest fan is?
Do I know?
I mean, do you have an old, like, we have a lady that's, 62, 63 that listens to our show. That shocked the hell of us. Have you ever had somebody come to you and say, I'm a huge fan of your music, and you say, really?
Yeah, I mean, actually, especially towards the end of the first record cycle, which was that was in the end of,
this is a family show. We don't talk about record cycles.
it was at the end of 2006, our first headlining tour. I started noticing older people coming out to our shows, and I was stoked because I thought we're getting some new fans. And then by this point, it's really spread out. We have really young fans, and then we have some really old fans too, and I think that's awesome. I don't mind seeing dudes with toupees rocking out in the crowd. They're just having a good time.
In the studio, Hayley from Paramore. Let me ask you something, Hayley. Now you're in a relationship now, right?
I am.
We don't need to talk about that. Let's
Okay.
talk about this. You're not in a relationship. Your ideal guy, not necessarily ideal. What's the most important couple 3 qualities in a man? Top of the list.
Honesty.
Being,
I've already.
I don't know. I thought that's what, they
You're
want
not
that.
even here anymore.
I'm out. I'm sorry.
He and I play this game with each other every Saturday night.
I think being hilarious. I like to laugh a lot, so that's good. If you look like Michael C. Hall, that helps. I don't know. Really, I like to laugh and have a good time, and I don't like silly drama and stupid things. I just like having a good time and hanging out. So if you're into that sort of thing. I also love movies. I don't really feel I haven't dated a whole lot of guys, but I don't feel like I don't feel like finding a funny, awesome guy that, is just a sweetheart. I don't think that's too
Out of the realm of possibility?
Yeah, that's practical. And
they're everywhere. Some of them are even
happy.
37. I'm just saying.
Jeez, Fish.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just kidding, Hayley.
Is Valentine's Day important to you, or is it just another day?
I used to hate Valentine's Day because I thought it was stupid, but I think it's all right now. I'll probably celebrate it. Yeah.
In the studio, Hayley. Yeah. I was going to say you don't look like a Valentine's Day kind of a girl.
Well, I just think all holidays to a point are sort of this huge build up, and then kind of completely anticlimactic, sort of nothing really happens.
Or bad. It's
just,
like if you lay them all out, you go, man, it seems like 70% of the time I just really, not that I not have a good time, but I had a bad time.
Yeah,
and somebody got
exactly.
arrested and, whatever.
Yeah, so Valentine's Day is kind of one of those things, but my thing is, I think if you just treat it like it's a normal day, but maybe I don't know, I like giving cards, so cards are cool. It's not
Like
I
old school
expect
Valentines from grade school, like that?
Where do you make them?
Oh, both. Last year, actually, my dude and I sent Barack Obama a Valentine's card. It was a Spider-Man one from Walmart.
Did he write you back?
No. Still waiting. I'm hoping maybe I'll get one from him this year.
What else does he have to do, for God's sake?
I don't know.
Answer your mail.
I know.
In the studio, Hayley from Paramore. Now, you, what do you guys? You're out on tour right now. You're out seeing the fans and the radio stations that have supported you guys over the last couple of years.
Yes.
What next? A little break, or you're gonna be alone with your thoughts for 1 second? And then...
No more breaks this year, which I'm psyched about. I'm gonna go home and meet up with the guys, and we're gonna go pretty much straight to California. We're gonna shoot a video. We're gonna hopefully I think we're going to the Grammys, so that'll be fun. And then we're gonna go we're gonna start tour and go to Australia and Japan, and we'll be going to the Philippines for the first time, which is awesome.
Where's one place you can't go and probably will never be able to go again because of your popularity and where you've come?
Anywhere in England right now. England's crazy.
Yeah?
I mean, I love it there. The shows are intense. But walking around there it can be tough, especially the day of the show.
It's hard for you too overseas, isn't it, Fish?
Yeah. I heard you had a rough time in London.
Yeah. It's only because I'm wanted for a few shoe bombings.
Oh dear. I don't think you're supposed to talk about that here. So there, I think it would be. I mean, I
What's
really
the difference in the music vibe there? If it's so crazy for you in London, but not quite as crazy here. What is it about the scene over there?
I think most of it is the fact that we're not there as often, and it really just took off much quicker over there. Like the first record was way bigger in the UK than it was here, and so we're kind of going on 3 really big records there, which is awesome. And the shows are so intense, and I really don't know what makes why there's so much kind of there's so much more hyperactive at the shows than over here. I don't know what makes that, but definitely we've had a few good go-arounds with all of our records over there.
Do you see yourself maybe moving there one day later on in life and then developing kind of a pseudo British accent and annoying everybody else back here in America?
No.
I'm just curious.
What kind of things do your fans hand you on tour? Demo tapes, baked goods, drugs? What kind of things do you get?
We get demos a lot, which are really fun. Demos were more fun when we were in the van because we would listen to them, and the really, really terrible ones we would sign to Roadside Records, which is just
it's awesome.
A little toss out. And
I get it.
And then the really good ones we would sometimes just have a good time listening to, I guess. But
you don't listen to them anymore, though, do you?
I don't have any. I don't know where any of those are. I should have saved them or put them in some kind of like scrapbook, but I wasn't thinking about that.
Well, what you're saying is you want your listeners to start coming back up to you again and giving you more demos to listen to while you're...
We still get plenty of them. And I get all the time, I get bracelets. So I started on the last tour, like, I just never took any of them off. So I had, like, I looked like a gypsy walking around with just, like, both my arms were so heavy with bracelets. And I like those, and we get a lot of SpongeBob stuff because Zach thought it was cool to give me that nickname since I have a gap in my teeth. It was really
gap in your teeth?
Yeah, I have a gap.
Where?
Right
Those
here.
front two?
Yeah.
Man, that's not a gap.
Well, you should have seen it when I was younger.
Michael Strahan gapping?
It was more like a Monique gap. It was great.
All right, Hayley, and lastly, we'll get you out of here on this. What would you do if I sang out of tune?
Well,
oh man, Fish, I'm uncomfortable.
I would love it.
Nobody got it?
I did get it, but it sent me straight to the Wonder Years.
You could have said, I would get up and walk out on you, or you would go, Fish, I would never get up and walk out on you.
I would get up and walk out on you.
Thank you very much, Hayley from Paramore.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, dude.
All right, off to lunch we go.
We're still recording on this.